Welcome back to another episode of The Adventures of Davidson Dan. Thanks for tuning in this week. This video is not about maneuvering your bike in a parking lot, although I am going to be doing a video very soon about the maneuverability of the 2017 Road Glide and how much I love it. No, this video is about the Feuling Vented Oil Cap that I bought from Freedom Cycle 13 in Hubbard, Ohio. Thank you, Brian. Big shout out to you for your great prices and great service. Stay tuned. We're going to install this on the bike and tell you all about it. Cue the intro. Hey, Davidson Dan here to talk about the Harley-Davidson Road Glide. Some issues with the 2017 Milwaukee 8. Not really an issue, but something I definitely want to take care of. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So the one thing about the Milwaukee 8 107 is it builds up a lot of crankcase pressure, right? So here behind the air cleaner, if I take this off, that oil gets forced up past the cylinders and it will pop up right behind here. See these little tubes here? That'll feed the oil that gets past the crankcase right back into the breather. And you can see if I wipe this down, definitely got some oil on there, and that's pretty common to the Milwaukee 8. In fact, about every 2,000 miles I have to add about a quart of oil. And if you talk to the dealerships on this engine, that's about normal. So the solution is a vented dipstick made by Feuling. So I'm going to show you what this looks like here. If I can get this open one-handed. Little unboxing for you. And there she is. Okay, so here it is here. You can see it's got two marks, just like your Harley dipstick. One for on the stand and one for upright. So it's the same exact thing. If you take the top off here, you can see it's got a little breather. And basically it's just a one-way valve here that allows excess crankcase pressure that builds up in the Milwaukee 8 to vent without spilling the oil and not letting that oil slip past important components in the engine that it shouldn't be slipping past. So that's her right there, and I'm going to show you the install process as I go. Now they do give you a couple of options. One is to put this long hose on with the K&N filter on the end, and the other one's to put this little cap in the tip that of course is perforated to allow the oil pressure to escape. I'm going to start with this one because I have a buddy that owns a motorcycle shop and he recommends this, so that's what I'm going to go with. So I'm going to start off, they send you a little pipe sealant, little pipe dope, and that's because the cap where the quick connect comes on here needs to be doped up. So it's the first thing I'm going to do. Alright, let's try this again. This is not a Loctite, this is just a pipe sealant. Just get it on the threads here. Just spread it around. Just make sure it gets inside at least the first 3 or 4 sets of threads here. That's good. Set that there where it's not going to goop everything up. And I'm just going to go ahead and screw that right into place. Now if you don't like the chrome, they actually sell this in black as well. But I do like the chrome. So I'm going to crank it down. It's a 7/16 inch wrench. I'm not going to go crazy. I'm just going to tighten it down, hand tight. And right there. Now this does have the quick connect hose here that you pull up, locks into place, pull up, takes it off. So that's how that works. And now we're going to install this. Before I actually change this, I'm going to check my oil level. The bike is hot. I just took it out to ride about 10 minutes or so down the street to the motorcycle shop here in Hubbard. A little shout out to Freedom Cycle 13. And check my oil level. And there you can see it. So actually a little low, so I might need to add a little bit, but hopefully after today, after installing this, I'm not going to have any more issues. Let's see. So what this has is this cap. Once you have it set where you want, you have to put the set screw in, right? So first thing I'm going to do is put this on and see if it sits somewhere that I like. Actually perfect where it's at, because I don't want that hose up front. I'd like it in the back, so I'm happy with that. So, and screw this on, screw this on nice and tight. Alright, now I have that cap where I want. I'm going to insert the Allen wrench that comes with this and just tighten down that set screw. Anyways, that's that. So it's nice and tight now. And we are going to go ahead and screw that on. Look, I got some oil on the bike. I'm going to have to wipe that off. Okay, now I'm going to pull it off and check the oil level with my new dipstick and see where she reads. And about the same spot it was. I don't know if you can see that or not. There we go. Same spot it was on the other one. I need it to be about 3 dots higher, so add a little oil in a little bit. I actually run my bike a lot lower on oil. When I first got it, I had a mechanic that told me that synthetic blend should run a lot lower than that, so I actually put about 5,000 miles on this bike running really low oil all the time. So it's been lower. It's still fine. I'm not worried about it, but I am going to top it off. Okay, that's on. Now, time for the fun part. This is my first time pulling a seat off of a road glide, so I know there's a Phillips head screw back here. And believe it or not, just one screw holds this seat on. And voila, seat is off. So we'll set this somewhere. Alright, and if you didn't know, that's where your battery is. But the front of the seat hooks right here. Okay, so let's get this thing mounted. The last thing I have to do is pull off this cover here. And I'm told it just pops off, which for the most part seems true. However, my bag is in the way of it coming off all the way. So I wonder if I can work around this. I'm hoping I can route it without this being a problem. So we're gonna leave it like that. The instructions do come with a suggested route. So straight up from the oil, over the battery, down the back side of that thing I just took off right here, down right in here, and then mount to your frame underneath. Okay, well, I'm gonna film this, and if I make mistakes, you'll be here with me when I do. So the plan is to loop it around the battery like this, somewhere in this neck of the woods. And I'm not gonna follow their exact route, but I am gonna feed it down through this case. It's kind of where they want it, is underneath there. So that's what I need there. So now that that's in place, you can see I'm not squashing the hose there. Right? It comes out. I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to take this camera off. You can see it's coming out the bottom here. It's on the bottom. I'm going to mount it to the frame right here. Just out of the way. Right? That's the plan. All I got to do now is get this zip tied up real nice, and then we'll be good to go. This is a really durable hose. I mean, I can't even really crush it without trying really hard with my hand. So they only give you 2 zip ties. I got a couple more out of my bag. And zip ties are cheap. You can get them at Walmart, Lowe's. Sorry, get that so you can see. So I'm not cinching it down. I'm just lightly holding it in place. That's all. I'm not going crazy. I just want to make sure my seat's not going to crush it. All right? Forgive me, I'm not a mechanic. So if I'm using the wrong terminology, it is what it is. But at the same time, that just goes to show you how easy this is, that even a non-mechanic can install this. We put it back together. So this is the fun part. You can see your seat has a little female end right here that hooks into that other piece I was showing you earlier. All right, so I could feel that it's in. I'm pulling up on it. Had a conversation with my boy one time about a garden hose. Started talking male to female. Boy, did we have a bird and bees conversation way before I was ready to have one. This is the hard part, I'll be honest with you. Be nice. This is a magnetic head, but this is a aluminum bolt, so it's not sticking. I gotta stick my fat hand down in here and start it by hand, or at least hold it in place. You know, it's funny, I used to always say that engineers all had to be girls with tiny little hands, and I always got a good laugh out of that from everybody, until I told that to a buddy one day. I was working on his oil furnace, and he didn't laugh, and I looked up and said, "Craig, I never asked what you do for a living." He said, "I'm an engineer." So yeah, that happened. So that's what she looks like installed, and I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what this sounds like, so I'm just gonna keep you on. So here we go. Oh man, does she sound good. Boy, listen to that Harley. And go for a spin. Might be my imagination, but it feels a little more responsive. Okay, let's check for any leaks, anything like that. I don't see any new oil marks, nothing like that. Hose is still nice and taut. There's the filter in place where I left it. Yeah, so there's that. One thing I did notice was the bike was a lot more responsive and seemed to have a lot more power on the throttle. Now I did run it about 4,000, 4,500 RPMs. I left it in third gear, about 50, 55 mile an hour on purpose to try to build up that extra crankcase pressure. I seem to be doing great, absolutely great. So overall, I have to say, 2 thumbs up for the vented oil cap. I'm right now pretty happy with it. It honestly, I probably could have installed it in about 15 minutes if I wasn't making a video while I was doing it. But I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to leave a comment, hit the like button, subscribe. I do have another video coming out very shortly that you can be looking forward to about how to clean your K&N filter, how to take it off, clean it, and reinstall it. So be looking out for that. Again, thanks for watching. Davidson Dan out.